Hi, my name is Jacqueline, but everyone called me Jay growing up. I was the twin they cropped out of photos. The darker daughter. The spare one. The girl they dropped at 12 because my sister photographed better. Tonight, I'm 21, walking toward a restaurant bathroom. Garlic butter on my breath, peace in my chest. Then I see a mop bucket, a blue uniform. A familiar face looking up like she's seen a ghost. Madison. Their better child. The one they kept. The one who waved from the porch while I carried my trash bag away. Now she's mopping tile, and I'm the one standing free. I wasn't supposed to survive. Instead, I became evidence. Before we continue, tell me where you're watching from. It helps echoes of life stay connected to you. People think pain comes from shouting. Mine came from small instructions. Stand behind your sister. Don't ruin the lighting. Don't smile too wide. Don't outshine her dress. Madison posed like sunlight. I stood like scenery. Mom said my skin confused the camera. Dad said I photographed too heavy. I learned to shrink before I learned to speak. Christmas made it worse. She unwrapped an iPad. I unwrapped clearance socks, 2 sizes small. Mom laughed like it was adorable. Dad said, be grateful. At family trips, I wasn't a daughter. I was the porter. Carry the bags. Hold the camera. Stay out of the good shots. The real fracture came at 12, a school recital. An itchy suit squeezing my ribs. I said it hurt. Mom called it attitude. Dad called it shameful. Their solution wasn't tailoring. It was exile. Go live with Rick and Karen for a while. A while meant forever. 1 week later, I heard the sentence that shaped everything. Mom on the phone, laughing like someone told a joke. We kept the better child. She didn't whisper. She didn't hesitate. She didn't worry I'd hear. Rick and Karen tried to soften the blow. They gave me my own room, my own pillow, my own space. But the echo followed me. Cards arrived every holiday. Photos of Madison. Never me. One Christmas, they mailed a family portrait. They cropped me out but missed my hand. My own fingers sat on her shoulder. Proof I once existed. The package that ended everything? A shoebox filled with dirt. A note on top. This is all you're worth. I didn't cry. I collected it. Everything became evidence. Some families don't break daughters loudly. They erase them quietly. Rick and Karen didn't rescue me with speeches. They rescued me with questions. Are you hungry? Do you like this blanket? Do you want the door open tonight? Small kindness felt unreal. I kept waiting for the switch. The sudden blame. The careful comparison. But it never came. Rick taught me how to patch walls. Karen taught me how to budget money. They gave me chores but never humiliation. They gave me rules but never shame. They gave me space but never silence. For the first time I felt steady. And because I felt steady, I finally remembered everything. Every card. Every cropped photo. Every insult sent like a holiday greeting. So I stored it. Folders. Screenshots. Dates. Time. Receipts. I didn't plan revenge. I planned clarity. Years passed without a sound. My parents vanished from my phone. Madison vanished from my life. I built routines. I learned peace. I studied quietly. I worked quietly. Quiet was my safety. Then quiet broke. My phone rang one afternoon. Unknown number. I let it ring twice. Curiosity won on the third. Jay? Oh my God, it's been forever. Madison's voice was syrup and static. The same tone she used before taking things from me. I didn't answer her cheer. What do you want? A pause cracked her sweetness. Then she eased in. Let's catch up. Which meant, I want something. I kept my voice flat. You first. She danced through excuses. Work stress. Life changes. Missing me. Then she finally sighed. Uncle Rick said you received your trust. Since we're twins, shouldn't we split it? I didn't laugh, but I wanted to. You burned your college fund on handbags. Silence hit the call like a dropped plate. You don't understand, she hissed. I deserve a fresh start. Deserve. The word she always loved. After that call, the storm arrived. My mother texted novels. My father left sermons. Relatives I barely remembered sent guilt in paragraphs. They wanted to pressure me, corner me, fold me. But pressure doesn't scare you when you've lived under it. I stayed calm. I saved everything. Screenshots, voicemails, GoFundMe links, Instagram posts, her manifesting captions, her luxury trips, her new purse with the $20 tag, her budget spreadsheet asking me for $50,000. Every lie, every ask, every strategy. They thought I was overwhelmed. I was organizing. They mistook silence for surrender. It was preparation. Silence isn't weakness, it's storage. If this were your family, What would you do? Comment 1 to keep peace quietly. Comment 2 to ask for proof, even in public. Echoes of Life reads every answer. The turning point didn't arrive quietly. It arrived in a group chat. A notification lit my phone near midnight. A new thread. Title, Family Support. Madison added me, my parents, and half the bloodline. Her first message dropped like bait. I'm reaching out so everyone understands why Jay refuses to help her twin sister. Before I typed, Mom jumped in. We're asking for fairness. Jay has been blessed. Dad followed with his tired sermon. She owes us respect. She owes her sister support. Relatives reacted quickly. Hearts. Praying hands. Paragraphs about duty and family loyalty. They performed. They always performed. I waited. Then I opened my folder. The one labeled When They Start Again. My first reply stayed calm. Since we're talking openly, let's use the same information. I posted Madison's college budget spreadsheet. Color-coded. Careful. Ridiculous. Then I highlighted the totals. Only 20% covers tuition and books. $7,000 for a wardrobe refresh. $9,800 for a transportation upgrade. $5,000 for personal wellness. The chat stalled. Typing bubbles flashed, then disappeared. I followed with the handbag photo. Tag visible. Ton 200. Her caption calling it an investment piece. A cousin left the chat instantly. Another dropped the side-eye emoji. Mom snapped first. That's not the point, Jay. So I posted the resort pictures. Madison in sunglasses. Infinity pool behind her. Caption. Self-care weekend before school stress hits. Timestamp. Last week, relatives stopped preaching. They started reading instead. Dad tried control. This is unnecessary. Translation. Stop turning the lights on. Stop ruining the family production. So I lifted the whole curtain. I dropped screenshots from her private group chat. Her exact words. It's fine, I already burned my college fund. Jay will pay. She owes me anyway. My message underneath stayed simple. Explain the context. Madison typed fast. You're twisting everything. But timestamps don't twist. Screenshots don't bend. The truth was hers. I just displayed it. Under brighter lighting. Then I finally said what silence never let me say. You picked your favorite. You dumped me at 12, and now the daughter you threw away is supposed to rescue the daughter you kept? The group went silent. Not soft silent. Guilty silent. People started leaving. One by one. No goodbyes. Mom typed one last line. You're being cruel. I breathed once. Slow. Steady. Cruel was calling me the extra child. This is clarity. Then I hit leave group. They wanted an audience. I brought the evidence. Peace didn't end with the group chat. It ended with a knock. Not a neighbor's knock. Not a package knock. A desperate, uneven, almost panicked knock. I looked through the window. My parents stood on the porch. Clothes wrinkled. Eyes hollow. Like someone repossessed their confidence. I opened the door halfway. Enough to speak. Never enough to step back inside their reach. Dad tried a smile. Jay, come on. You don't have to act like this. I leaned on the frame. This is me acting normal. Mom clasped her hands. Her voice shook with forced softness. We've made mistakes, but we're still family. Family. Their favorite prop. Their favorite weapon. I shook my head once. What do you want? Dad exhaled. The house is in foreclosure. We're in a tight spot. Debts, Mom added. Unexpected bills. Right on cue, I saw movement behind them. Madison stepped out of the car. Oversized sunglasses. The same tone she used at 12. Jay, we just need to talk. I smiled without warmth. Well, if it isn't the star of the spreadsheet. She ignored that. We're struggling. You have the means to help. There it was. The truth without decoration. I crossed my arms. Help how? Dad said it clean. Alone. Interest-free. Just enough to get us back on our feet. I laughed. Soft. Sharp. You were on your feet for years. Just on my neck. Mom flinched. You're being dramatic. No, I said. You used me as contrast lighting for Madison. Madison threw up her hands. Oh my God, Jay. It's just money. You act like we're asking for your kidney. I studied her face. Funny. If I gave you a kidney, you'd probably sell it. And still come back for the other one. Dad's jaw tightened. We're giving you a chance to be the bigger person. I stepped a little closer. I've been the bigger person since 12. You were just too busy polishing Madison's halo to notice. Madison tried again. Please, Jay. Just enough to get back on our feet. I swear I'll pay you back. Like you paid back your college fund? I asked. Or your trips? Or your handbags? Or your GoFundMe lies? She froze. The sunglasses couldn't hide it. Mom's voice cracked. If we lose the house, we'll have nowhere to go. I nodded slowly. Then you'll finally understand what being tossed out feels like. They stared at me. Hurt, angry, entitled. Confused I wasn't folding, so I finished it. Calm. Precise. You made your choice. You picked your favorite. You backed her even when she was wrong. And you treated me like spare inventory. I lifted my hand to the door. My answer is the same one you gave me at 12. I closed it gently. Not a slam. Not a scene. Just a boundary. Their emergency wasn't my responsibility. Their history was. Life after closing that door felt shockingly quiet. Not the dangerous kind. The healing kind. The kind that lets you hear your own breathing again. No guilt voicemails. No surprise knocks. No relatives lecturing about responsibility. Just stillness. Just the life Rick and Karen helped me build. I didn't celebrate. I didn't brag. Peace doesn't need applause. It only needs space. Weeks passed. Then the universe offered an encore. I was at a mid-range steakhouse with friends. Warm lights. Loud laughter. Plates still steaming. I excused myself for the restroom. Walked down a narrow hallway. Past the kitchen doors. And then I stopped. A mop bucket sat beside a yellow caution sign. A blue janitor uniform bent over wet tile. Hair pulled back. Shoulders slumped. Movements slow. Heavy. She stood up. We locked eyes. Madison. Her face drained of color. The same sister who posed in Italy. The same sister who demanded my inheritance. The same sister they kept. She tried to look away. I didn't let her vanish. Not this time. Blue suits you, I murmured. Not cruel. Just honest. The kind of honesty she avoided her whole life. She muttered something sharp. I didn't answer. Some truths don't need repeats. I walked back to my table without turning around. Not triumphant. Not bitter. Just free. That's the real ending. Not her job. Not her fall. My freedom. My boundary. My silence finally belonging to me. Some endings aren't loud, they're earned. If this touched something familiar in you, leave a like on this video. Share it with someone who needs gentleness. And stay with Echoes of Life for the next story.